Hey guys, welcome to and welcome back to my channel. My name is India and I am currently on a wellness weight loss journey. I have been on my journey of self-improvement since about 2017, 2018. So it took me about a year and a half to lose the weight. I lost over 100 pounds and I've been able to maintain that weight loss for a little over 2 years at this point. So a few months ago, I actually did a video. I did a weight loss Q&A video, and one of the questions I received was, do you miss being fat? And so I talked about that question a little bit. I responded a little bit to it, but I want to elaborate on it a little bit more because it goes beyond yes or no. And so the question is a little bit more complicated with that. So I wanted to talk about it some, and hopefully it'll help someone. Hopefully someone will be able to relate. All right, so let's just really get into this question, right? Do I miss being fat? Do I miss being bigger? Physically, no, I do not miss being a bigger size. That is me being 100% honest. I always tell people, you don't realize how lousy you feel until you start feeling better. And you know, as a bigger person, I didn't have a whole bunch of issues, or you know, I just didn't have issues like getting around or anything like that. I never had that problem. But the more I lost weight, the more I realized, wow, you know what? I was having a lot of breathing issues. I was having a lot of issues just moving around, trying to take a shower or whatever. Like a lot of things, a lot of typical things that we take for granted and that we do on a daily basis. It just got a lot easier with my weight loss. So I don't miss physically being in a bigger body. Now, on the other hand, there are a lot of things I miss, and this is pertaining more so to my mental health and just with my relationship with food when I was bigger, okay? And I'll try to be careful with saying this. You know, I don't want to trigger anyone, but when I was bigger, I had the ideal relationship with food. Like, I didn't obsess over anything. You know, I just had a normal, healthy relationship with food. I was very intuitive with my eating. Like, if I felt like eating something, I would eat it. If I didn't want to eat everything that was in front of me, I would not eat everything that was in front of me. I really listened to my body, if you will, and I just kind of had that relationship with food. So I wasn't obsessed. I didn't have to focus so much on what I was eating. If I wanted it, I ate it. If I didn't want it, I didn't eat it. And it was just as simple as that. And that's one of the things that I miss the most, if anything, about how I used to be. And I know that's something I'll never get back. I'll never have that like intuitive mindset, that intuitive way of eating. I will never get that back, even if I do gain all of my weight back. Like, nothing will get me back to that point. Now, I'll say this, being intuitive, you know, with my eating, although I was free at mine, I didn't have to think about food at all. You know, I wasn't stressed out over food. Being intuitive, you know, made me gain weight, and I was gaining weight slowly but surely because I wasn't paying attention to nutrition. I wasn't paying attention to labels. I didn't care about calories. I didn't care about the types of food that I was eating. I just ate whatever I wanted to, and that was that. So fast forward to now and how my relationship with food is. I'm obsessed with everything, and now it's to the point where I have to be in some kind of control. So if I'm at a restaurant and the calories aren't listed out on the menu, that would bother me. Even if it's a salad, even if it's something simple, if I don't know how many calories are in something, and I know it's not accurate, you know, 100% of the time, but if it's even ballparking, like McDonald's, y'all saw me eating McDonald's for an entire week, right? That didn't bother me because the way the McDonald's is set up, the way their menu is set up, they have the calories written out, right? So if I'm going somewhere to someone's house, someone's cooking something, and I don't know how that food is prepared, I don't know what's in it, the ingredients, the calories, mentally, I will not be able to enjoy that meal because I will be overthinking it, right? And so this is where, like, I hate that that's how it is. And that's not the only, example of how I'm obsessed with food, right? I try not to restrict myself. I don't. But then when you are in a calorie deficit, when you are watching what you're eating, when you're watching your weight, some way, somehow you will be making a trade-off, and you will be, I don't want to say restricting, but you can't have everything you want when you want it, right? So if I'm eating a cookie or something like that, nowadays, that will trigger me, right? That will trigger me to eat the whole pack of cookies. To whereas when I was bigger, I could eat 2 cookies, 3, 4 cookies and be completely okay with that, right? So that's one thing I miss. The fact that I overthink everything now when it comes to food, no matter what. If I'm on a cheat day, if I'm eating a lot of something, I'm still thinking about it way too much. If I'm not eating it, if I'm staying away from it, if I'm trying to do better, I'm still thinking about it a lot. So my mind is always racing when it comes to food, when it comes to calories, anything. My mind is always racing because I'm constantly thinking about it. To whereas when I was bigger, I didn't think about it at all. I didn't think about food at all. And I know that seems like the complete opposite, but it's 100% true. That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. You look at big people and you think they're just laying there thinking about food all day. They're probably not. So let's talk about being physically bigger, right? And what comes along with that. For me, when I was bigger, I would get a lot of attention from the opposite sex. I would get hollered at. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, men, they love me. They love the way I look. That attracted a lot of men when I was bigger, right? So me being smaller, I stopped getting all the attention. Men really aren't attracted to me like that anymore, and that sort of thing. So I think a lot of people would assume that I miss that. I do not miss that whatsoever. I don't need to get attention from a whole bunch of people. I don't need a whole bunch of people being attracted to me. I don't need that validation. And like, I'm a very to myself type person, so me not having a whole bunch of men just gawk after me is not a bad thing. Like, I don't mind that. So I don't miss that. Like, I didn't get smaller to get more attention from people. I didn't get smaller to attract a certain type of guy. You know how when people lose weight, it's like a revenge type thing. That's not why I lost weight. So I really don't care about anyone. I'm trying to say that in a nice way, but I don't care what anyone think about me, okay? Of course, I get called all the names, and I mentioned this before in my weight loss Q&A, right? And it's it's mainly just men, my men, African American men who talk bad about me. Like, call me crackhead, tell me I look sick, and you look a lot better when you were bigger, you need to gain weight. Like, I've heard it all. And it's basically just men. Women are very supportive. Women root for me. They like, girl, you go, girl, you did that, so I don't know. I'm getting off topic just slightly, I'm getting off topic a little bit, but yeah, I don't physically miss being big. Now, there are some things that I could have done different to prevent, all the loose skin, the extra skin, everything that comes along with losing a significant amount of weight, that I would change. You know, when I was bigger, I enjoyed not having loose skin. Obviously, I enjoyed my body not sagging, me looking older or whatever. So let's wrap this video up just a little bit, because I am just rambling, but I did want to talk a little bit about mental health and just my relationship with food. And I don't know if I could have even did anything different, but let's wrap it up. So all in all, I do miss just having a normal, healthy relationship with food. Physically, I do not miss being bigger. I'm very fortunate to have lost the weight, and I'm very fortunate to be able to keep the weight off. There is a very small percentile of people who are actually able to lose a significant amount of weight and keep it off. And so that right there is my flex. I don't need to be big and curvy to prove a point. The fact that I am disciplined, I lost this weight and I'm keeping it off, like, that's my flex. I don't need anything else. I don't need some man, in my inbox telling me how ugly I am, because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I don't miss being bigger. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Like, that's pretty impressive. If you made it this far, I want you to comment, "I'm here." Let me know that you're here. I want to see you. You guys, like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out to the world, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck on your journeys.